Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the all-new Brea Improv, America's original comedy showcase and restaurant. To ensure quality performance for all our guests, we ask that you refrain from yelling out, keep your table conversations to a minimum, turn off all cell phones, and absolutely no photography or recording devices allowed. Now, with all the rules out of the way, is everyone ready to have a good time tonight? I said, are you ready to have a good time tonight? That's more like it. Your host, you've seen her perform all over. Please make it loud for AndreaJoseph.
What's going on? What's going on, Brea? How y'all doing? Ooh, y'all good looking. All right, good. I told them, don't let in the ugly ones. I only want the good ones. And they listened. I like it. Ooh, girl, I like, you got heels? Okay. I can't do, this is like the biggest heel I can do. Anything else, I'm just like, am I cute? Is this cute? Oh, man. Ooh, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm a little stoned. I'm a little stoned. Does anyone smoke weed here? Hey. Then we'll get along fine. Came to the right place, right? Well, I don't know. If y'all already smoke the weed, then I don't know how good luck it is for me. Sounds like I'm late. Oh, my goodness. I don't know. I've been going through. Do we have any couples here? Oh. Y'all sound like you've been together. Oh, look, you guys look like you get along. Look, she's acting embarrassed. She's like, oh, no, not me. But she's like laying in his arms right now. Like, that's not too discreet. She's like, oh, I hope she can't tell. Feed me my grapes. You guys look very happy, so I can't believe that you've been together for that long. How long? Are we dating, married, dating? Dating, how long? Barely dating. Recently, that's what you meant. You meant recently. You said barely, you meant recently. They sound the same. I get it. No, it's fine. No, it's good. Look, she's explaining herself now. She's like, no, seriously, I meant recently, okay? Seriously. I feel you. I have a question for you guys. Do you look at each other's cell phones? Okay. That was the best this was her face. We haven't gotten to that yet. I feel you. I do. I feel like we haven't even gotten, because once you go there, like you're there, you're in it, right? Yeah, she's like, it's not even, no. You don't look like you would want to look at your guy, no, and you don't want them looking at yours. You wouldn't care, but you don't care to look at his. Nah, yeah, I can see it. I don't know, you have this confidence. I like it. It's good. Yeah, good for you. Good for you. I don't have that. Not at all. I wanna see. Like, here we go. Let's go. Like, I'll tell you right up front, like, I'm a little crazy. You can't get mad. I just told you. She agreed. Look. Yes. Dudes are like, this isn't funny. Where are the jokes? This isn't cool. No, I like to know, like, who my boyfriend's talking to, when he's talking to them, how long he's been talking to them. You know, basics. I feel like, I don't know, some people say I'm being possessive. I think that's a very aggressive word. I like to think of myself as being protective. I care. I don't want him to get himself into a situation where I have to kill him. So I'm just keeping an eye on things. I got his back. His welcome. I don't know. We're getting used to, having different beliefs. With him believing in trust and privacy, and me not. We're getting used to it, though. It's working. It's going well. It's going great. It's great. It's great. No, we're fine. Everything's fine. Totally cool. He did get a little weirded. I heard, yeah, right, and I don't appreciate that. He was like, yeah, right. No, he got a little weirded out when he was out to dinner with his friends, and he looked outside and saw me lurking in the bushes. I was like, don't make it weird. I'm just checking on you. I'm cute. I love you. I'm cute. I love you. I love you. Oh, man. I don't know. I should probably smoke some more weed, I think. I think that's just like the answer to everything. You guys, that is a lot of energy for weed smokers. I was like, woo! Like that was good. That was good. Y'all are professionals. Like, I've been doing this for a while. We don't even get tired. We just have a good time. I get paranoid. Y'all, anyone, clap your hands if you ever get paranoid when you smoke weed. And that was like about the same amount of people who said that they smoked weed. So that means we got like a lot of paranoid people here. So everybody, no sudden movements. My friend, do you ever hear this where they're like, oh, you're smoking the wrong kind of weed, right? Yeah, like, oh, you're smoking the wrong kind of weed. You're smoking too much sativa. Have y'all in the head? You need some indica. Have you in the couch? Feeling right. I smoked the indica in the couch, feeling right, and I felt hungry and tired and paranoid I was going to die in my sleep. And then my friend's like, don't blame the plant. It's not the plant. You need a hybrid. You need a little this, little of that, have you right down in the middle feeling good. I'm like, isn't right down in the middle, wouldn't that be sober? Just maybe. She got mad. She's like, don't be a quitter. I'm like, okay. So I smoke with her, and then I'm like, no, I feel like they're looking at me weird. They're talking about me funny, and I didn't see them 2 seconds ago. So I drive home, and then I'm not driving like a normal person. No, I'm paranoid and stoned. I'm driving like this, looking out the rearview mirror, thinking every single car that pulls behind me is a cop car. It was the most terrifying drive home ever, and it's like a 7-minute drive home felt like an hour. Why do you need ski racks in Southern California? That's what I want to know. Why do you need ski racks? You look like cops, and it's fucked up. You're fucking with stoners at that point. We just need to be aware. We have a lot of high people out there. So everybody just chill. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know. I like recreational drugs. I think it's fun. Do you guys like other drugs? I like that you guys didn't ask for like any like specifics. Like you didn't care what kind of drugs. You were just like, yes, all of them. It's my kind of crowd. No, I do. I think it's funny. I went back home and I found my DARE certificate. That's what I said. I don't know. I don't think we need a class to teach people not to do drugs, because obviously it doesn't work. Like, we need a class for the people who aren't going to do drugs, to teach them how to deal with the people who are doing drugs. Because, like, a cokehead has a perfectly fine time when he finds cocaine. It's the cokehead's friend that is in for the night. Like, it's the cokehead's friend that's like, God damn it. I don't want to listen to all his business ideas. I don't think he figured it all out. I don't want to have to tell him again, you did not invent Target. Like, oh, God. But you have to be responsible if you're going to be a drug user, right? Like, you have to know what you're doing and what you're getting into. Like, if you are a cokehead, you can't do coke with a meth head. It's dangerous. It's dangerous because the meth head's going to try to do everything you think of. So that's a very dangerous combination. Or it could be a really efficient team. I mean, who knows? It depends. It depends on which way the wind goes. If you're like me and you eat mushrooms, then you're going to have to talk like this because you think you can hear better. I realize this is an interesting position to take at the top of the show, but I feel comfortable with you guys, so I'm... I don't know. I definitely just hit my face with the mic. That's okay. I'm being honest with you. Like I said, I feel comfortable. Some people would try to play it off, not me. Oh, man. I don't know. Fucked up relationship trust issues, Drugs. Yep. I blame Disney. I do. I blame Disney. Fucking, first of all, they got us messed up. Like, a dude in real life has nothing in common with a prince in a Disney movie, except for the fact he's willing to make out with a chick when she's passed out. Like, I don't want to, why am I looking for that? It's not a good thing. And then all the princesses are all fucked up. They're all on drugs. All of them. All of them. Name a princess. Who's your favorite Disney princess? Ariel. Ecstasy, Molly, MDMA, all of it. Rolling her ass off. Her eyes are as big as her head. She's literally like finding things like, oh my God, it's a fork. It's the most amazing fork. To who? I think someone said Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, Sleeping Beauty, heroin. She's nodding off. My favorite is Cinderella, or as I like to call her, Tweakerella. Because it does not make any sense for her mom comes up to her. Well, first of all, she gets ready in the morning with a bunch of animals, and that's just really methy. Like, that sounds very methy to me. But then also, like, her mom comes in and is like, hey, can you do some chores? Cinderella's like, oh, yeah, no problem. I just made those rats over there. I made them some clothes, and then I'm just going to do my sister's chores, and then my other sister's chores, and then I was going to do my chores, and then I'm going to do your chores. And then I think there's a ball tonight, and I saw a pumpkin in the back, and I think I could turn that pumpkin into a fucking thing, a carriage that's going to get me to the ball. And then I'm going to be at the ball. I'm going to meet the love of my life. I'm going to be like, hey, boo, what's up? You and me together forever. Let's do this shit. Oh, yeah, what? Oh, shit, 12 o'clock. Nope, I got to go. Gotta go. Fuck my shoe. I don't care. Gotta go. Gotta meet my pimp. My fairy godmother. Y'all ain't watching the same movies I am. Thank you. I am really looking forward to the show tonight. We have some very, very funny comedians for you. And I just need to know one thing real quick. Are y'all ready for some comedy? Oh, I think you can do better than that. If you are ready for comedy, see, I like the enthusiasm. She's already like, oh, okay. When I ask, are you ready for some comedy? I need you to say, hell yeah. So are you ready for some comedy? Hell yeah. Woo, I like the way that sounds. Start clapping your hands right now for your next comedian. You've seen him all over. Very funny, Jeremy McKiernan.
Oh, man. Keep it going for Andrea. Wasn't she great? Yes. All right. Hi, guys. How's it going? Man, I hate WebMD. Anyone else? Fuck WebMD. I'm serious. It's made this new society of people that are they keep self-diagnosing themselves with every mental disorder in the world, right? And I've had enough with it. Like, I was driving around with a friend of mine, right? And he got lost. And he was driving around, and he's like, oh, is this 26 Acorn? I thought it was 28. And he goes, oh, I'm so dyslexic. And I thought he was really dyslexic. Oh, are you really dyslexic? I had no idea. He goes, oh, no, I'm just saying that. Well, just say oopsie daisy like the rest of us. It's a real mental disorder. It's more than just getting lost and messing up a number once. Like, I can't be, like, holding a baby, right? And then I accidentally drop the baby. I can't be like, oh, I'm so cerebral palsy today. Oh, my God. Get a few drinks in me. I'm pulse to the walls. Oh, yeah. It's ridiculous. If you drop a baby, it's easy. Here's what you do. You just say, oopsie daisy. Problem solved. I don't know. Everyone keeps, they keep diagnosing themselves. Everyone's got anxiety, too. That's the other thing. We're all anxious freaks, and I mean, I have it, I get it, but it's gotten to the point, like, even my therapist has anxiety, which is annoying. Yeah, I went into therapy last week. The first thing the guy said, he's like, oh, Jeremy, I had a panic attack last week, and I thought of you. I was like, I didn't know what to say. I was like, do you want to talk about it? How did me make you feel? I can't stand this guy. Here's a deal breaker. Now he wants to do stand-up comedy, which is unacceptable. I swear to God, he told me, he's like, Jeremy, would it bother you if I showed up to one of your shows? I was like, dude, it would bother me if I showed up at a supermarket. I don't want to see you anywhere. The idea of you outside this room terrifies me. I don't like you. But yeah, man. What else? Oh yeah, the word autistic is thrown around a lot now. We're all doctors, and everyone's autistic. If they're just socially weird at all, they're like, I think Pete's autistic. Yeah. He doesn't have an Instagram. I'm pretty sure he's severely autistic. So unfair. Like the last 3 girls I've dated at one point have called me autistic out of nowhere. And I'm not fucking autistic. I swear to God. I have a monotone voice and I'm unhappy. Big difference. I have a relative who's severely autistic. Great guy and everything, but like I could tell with him because he doesn't use language and he bites me. Like, they say it's a spectrum, but like one end is like doesn't make eye contact. The other like is an animal and lives in a cage. Like it's a big whatever. Any JeremyM Ramsey fans here tonight? No? A few? I'm a fan. Yeah, it has been a while. I have this weird history with JeremyM. Not like that, but like this is true. My dad is a photojournalist, right? And he covered that story in the 90s. So he went down and his job was like to collect photos of JeremyM Ramsey. Oh, if you don't know what it means, it was like this it was this, murder mystery on Christmas. She was basically like the start of true crime. She was like the king of like little dead girls, basically. Anyways, my dad covered the story, right? And his job was to collect these photos and sell them to newspapers. It was like the family business growing up was little JeremyM. Like that little murder helped put me through college. It's very exciting for me. So there's this new documentary coming out, and I get all amped up because, it's a family business. So I text my dad. I was like, hey, were you able to sell any JeremyM Ramsey photos? And he texts me back right away. He goes, yeah, baby. And he goes, got a sweet deal. And the S was a dollar symbol. So it's going to be a pretty good year for the McKiernans, I think. Okay. I'm not sure if you weren't into that or you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but whatever. I've been going deep on the internet lately. And I like these guys. I go in this thing is called the incel message board groups. You guys know those guys? They're pretty cool. They're like, if you don't know what it means, it stands for involuntary celibate. It's like these guys that are like too goofy looking or too goofy acting and they can't get laid, right? Straight guys, by the way. You have to be straight. But what I like so much about these guys is whenever people make fun of the incels, like it just kind of proves their point, right? People are like, oh yeah, you incels? Yeah, you guys are just bitter because women don't find you attractive. They're like, yeah, that's the first thing on our website. It says it right here. Like, you guys are just sad, lonely virgins. They're like, yeah, that's the second thing on our website. It's not logical. It's a support group for losers. But they're fascinating because they have, like, the hierarchy is, like, flipped around, right? Like, the kings of the incel world are, like, the most unsuccessful guys. They're, like, it's like they have words that are, like virgin isn't specific enough for the incels. They're like, oh, what's that? You're a virgin? Yeah? I'm kissless. Yeah. And you know what? Not only that, I'm hugless. Yeah. What's that? You making small talk with a barista? Hit the bricks, Fabio. This place isn't for you. It's incels only. Okay. And maybe this is also too specific. All right. But I do feel like women are like, I feel like they're shallow. Maybe not as shallow as men, but they're definitely capable of being shallow, right? Like, a lot of women I know care a lot about height. They love a tall guy. Like, I have a friend, and she's in a wheelchair, and she only dates tall guys. Which is really unfair. She's like, ew, he's only 5'10". I'm like, dude, you're 2'10". With heels, you're 2'10". Give him a break. Come on. Oh, man. I don't know. It's hard to talk about groups nowadays. Here's what keeps happening. Like, I'll be talking about a group, and then people will make it about an individual. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was talking to a friend of mine, and I said, well, yeah, men are taller than women, generally, right? Men are taller than women. And she goes, oh, well, what about my friend Robin? My friend Robin, she's like 6'3". It's like, well, I'm not talking about your fucking freak friend Robin. I'm talking about the average of every person in the world. She's like, well, Robin's got, funny shoes. I'm like, well, okay. You're right. I just give up. Women are taller. Yeah, man. I got an idea for an app. You want to hear it? Yeah, well, you don't have a choice. I'm going to say it anyways. But it helps serial killers. This is what it does. Yeah, strap. It helps. They need help, right? So here's what it does. It's one of those matchy ones. It's like Tinder, where it matches like a couple, right? But here's what this one does. It matches serial killers with suicidal people. Was that a good idea? Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So they match, right? They meet up. Things go well. You know? Someone dies. Like they say, suicide is selfish, right? Not on Killster. It's good. I don't know. I think about death a lot. Here's another thing I love that people don't know how to talk about death, right? And I love whenever someone dies doing like an extreme sport like surfing, and people always say the same thing. They're always like, "Well, at least he died doing what he loved, right? At least he died doing." Well, he didn't love drowning, I don't think, right? You think he's down there under the water, like, man. At least I'm not at the office. Down here, on vacation. Never made sense to me because I want to die doing what I hate. Wouldn't that be the best death ever? Like, I want to die helping my friend Brian move his couch down the stairs. That'd be awesome. Like, Brian, let go, man. All right. Let's see here, man. I'll tell you a little confession. It's a little dirty, so whatever. But I lost. This is a fun fact. I lost my virginity to a post-op trans woman. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. But I got tricked though. I got tricked. Yeah. Which really kind of means I kind of got raped. I got raped by a dude with a pussy, which is weird. I was bending her over, or should I say, she was raping me as I was. Gets confusing, but anyways, I found out after, like days after, that it was actually like a post-op. I put all the puzzles, together. I was like, oh, there's broad shoulders for a gal, But anyways, so when I was having sex with her, it was dry, right? Because it was like inside out, whatever the hell it was. So it was dry, right? But then, check this, then the next woman I was with, it was all, it was a regular woman, and she was wet, but I was all confused. I was like, why is it wet? This is gay. Like, what's in there, cum? Like, I'm like, this is, let's get back to Tony Etta. She had it. All right, you guys have been so fun. Thank you so much. Bring back Andrea.
Keep it going for Jeremy McKiernan, y'all. Funny man. Thinks women are superficial. I think he's absolutely right. I'm very superficial. Are y'all ready for some more comedy? You know the drill. You ready? Say hell yeah. Oh, one more time. I think you can do better than that. Are you ready for some more comedy? Say hell yeah. Coming to the stage is my very good friend. You are going to love her. I love her. She's very funny. You've seen her perform all over. Give it up for Miss BridgetSell.
What is up, Brea? How's it going? Man, guys, I came from Hollywood, right? Yeah. I love Hollywood. My friends really keep me in check. The other day I was walking down the street with my friend Bobby, and someone goes, "Look, Charlize Theron." My friend Bobby goes, "Fuck no." That's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Did you guys have a good holiday season? Christmas, right? Good times, right? No, I want to hear about it. No, I'm just kidding. Tell me now. Oh. No, Christmas was fun. I went to a lot of holiday parties, as you do. I kept, though, being the person at the party where I would be in the middle of taking a picture, and somebody would go, "She didn't drive here, did she?" It's okay. Right? Heard that. I'm like, I took a lift here. Yeah, yes. Lift, man. Let's live. Let's take lifts and live. No, but I got kind of tired of being at parties because, like, I'm 31 and, like, all my friends are married. Yeah, right? I love it. You guys cheer for everything. Age, yeah. I got shoes on. Woo! No, but, like, everybody's married or engaged and whatever. And, like, a lot of people, though, like, this is the word that needs to die in 2019, trying. A lot of married couples were like, well, we don't have any kids yet, but we're trying. No thanks. I'm good. Because when you say trying, I picture the woman lying down and then going, Brad, put a baby in me. And Brad says, I'm trying. Poor Brad. Saying trying at a party. It's like he just wants to enjoy the night. But he's trying, you know. I hook up with this guy in my apartment complex, and he's so old. He's so old. I'm not going to say how old he is, though, because I said it once, and someone in the crowd yelled, "That's not old, you're fat." Those things are not mutually exclusive. No, but he's so old that, like, the other day after we hooked up, he rolled over and looked at me and goes, "Do you know how to get Microsoft Word on your computer?" I was like, oh, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Oh, I gotta go. He, like, can't remember passwords. It's, like, really insane. It's crazy. Like, neither can I, though. Like, come on. 31, yes. But also, like, he once referred to, like I was out in the courtyard hanging out with everybody in the building, and I was like, hey, why don't you want to hang out with me? He was like, well, I have to grade papers. He's a teacher, of course. And he goes, I have to grade papers, but trust me, I wish you could come here and jump under the table. That's the weirdest way of referring to that I've ever heard. Can you imagine if that's how any sexual experience began? Like, oh, hey, baby, I'm just gonna jump under the table. Oh, yeah, you know. Sorry, let me just hurry up and jump under the table. It's awful. It's awful. So, like, sometimes I'll come back from stuff like this late at night, and I love it because what's on TV? Garbage, right? And it's Kardashians episodes from 2007, and I'm down, right? We're watching these episodes. Anyway, I tuned in the other night, and Kim and Courtney were fighting about a car in the kitchen. And she was like, it's my car. And she was like, I don't care, you brag about your car. And Bruce is in the background. And he's eating cereal. And all I can think is, he wants to be a woman so bad. He's like hating this. Like, they're like, hey, you like, don't talk to me anymore, Courtney. And he's like, I wish I had breasts. It's so hard. Like, poor Bruce. They're like, we're gonna go to the beach today. He's like, I wish I had a vagina. Oh, poor Bruce. Bruce and Brad need to get lunch. So I dated this guy for 3 years and it didn't work out. But once when we were together, I was like, hey, like, let's do something crazy. And he was like, let's try role play. I was like, okay. So I was like, what do you want to do? Like, what's a good role play? And he goes, okay, so I'm in high school. I was like, okay. And he goes, okay, and we're at my friend Max's house, right? And I'm in the basement. And you're Max's mom. I was like, I was like, okay. And he goes, anyway, so Max snuck out, right? Max is gone. And then you come downstairs, right? And you're like, where's Max? I was like, you've thought about this before. A lot. So I was like, well, I'm gonna leave the room and come back. So I left the room and I came back and I said, hey, how's it going down here? Do you guys want bagel bites? Where's Max? He went, no. No, you're a cool mom. You're a cool mom. I was like, oh, got it. So I left the room again. And I went, hey, guys, have you heard of that Colin Farrell? Who's Max? Where is he? Anyway, he goes, oh, my God. Let's just have normal sex. I was like, okay. I had a broom ready to go for round 3. Just gonna sweep things up. Anyway, I keep having this reoccurring dream that I'm having sex with Leonardo DiCaprio, right? I love that a guy just said same. And what's so crazy is, in the middle of it, he has to keep reminding me that he doesn't usually have sex with girls like me. I'm like, okay. But I'm like weirdly going along with it. I'm like, I'm 31, I'm practically dead. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm disgusting. And then I go, hey, like, do you want to go see a movie or something? And he goes, that's not what this is. So then I go, well, do you want to at least get a picture? And then he turns into a dragon because it's a dream. Anyway, that's where you guys laugh. Oh, I'm just kidding. I love that you just went, oh. Do any of you guys have nephews? Nephews? Yes, we're all obsessed with nephews, right? I feel like we just need to go out and get drinks after this. No, here, cheers, guys. Woo. What am I about? No, so my nephew, he's 1, and my sister's pregnant again, and she goes, Bridget, I'm 113. I've already gained 3 pounds in this pregnancy. I was like, 113? I could never be 113. If I were to weigh 113, I would have to lose a limb or become a ghost. And even then, my ghost would be like 130, am I right? Anyway, guys, that's all I got. You guys were wonderful.
Fuck 113, whatever she is working. Right? All right. I'm pretty stoked to bring out this next comic, but first, I just want to make sure, are we all drinking? Are we all drinking? Cheers, cheers, cheers. Ah, yeah. Make sure you tip your servers, guys. They're busting their butts for you. And without further ado, are y'all ready for some more comedy? Yeah. I said if y'all ready for some more comedy, say hell yeah. Coming to the stage is the very funny, my dear friend, Mr. Fu Quan Johnson.
Yeah, I look high. I'm a little high. Fuck you judging me for? That's all y'all do? That's what's up. What is up, people? Y'all good? Y'all got courage, nigga, coming out on a Tuesday. Don't you got work tomorrow? No, not the Friday? Oh, shit, I got fired too, my nigga. Like, I'm not even tripping I got fired, nigga. I'm more, shit happens. Like, I got fired, nigga. I'm more happy. Like, why you even hire me, my nigga? Like, you knew I was gonna last. I was a fucking telemarketer with a voice like this. Nigga, this voice ain't made to be selling nothing legal. Straight illegal voice, people. Fucking boss goes, Fuquan, it's not your voice, it's your name. Change it to something more common like John or Matt or Brian. I was like, for what? I still sound like a nigga named Fuquan. Fuck am I fooling? I can hear myself now, yeah. This is Brian calling on the behalf of U.S. Solar. Brian? Get your ass out of here. What's your name, Rashid? Rashawn. Nigga, I bet your name Fuquan. My name sound like it should be in fucking Wu-Tang Clan. The old dirty bastard, Inspector Deck, Fuquan, the RZA, Jizza. So I just stole some pens, a keyboard, and left. Fuck that job. Anybody from the East Coast in here? East Coast? Hey, y'all ain't fucking with me now, huh? Y'all just changed? Nah, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. I live in Hollywood now. I know, right? There's so much things I can say wrong about Hollywood, but I love LA. Like the women, y'all got some cute girls out here. I can't front some cute girls. Nigga, I said some, not all, nigga. Y'all got some heathens, nigga. Every girl think they're the bomb, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm honest with my looks. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm like a strong 5, weak 6. Like, I wish I could do all the things you girls do when it comes to getting cute, like put on foundation and lip liner and Photoshop. Like, bitch, that ain't you. You ever notice most girls nowadays look cute as hell in their profile pic with the cat ears and the tail and shit? Fuck out of here. Like, every girl on Instagram make you feel like, I know her, I can talk to her. And the nigga be trying, nigga. I'll be all in the comments, leaving hard eyes, winky eyes, hug emojis. None of that shit works. No, you know how to get a girl out of, I'm gonna teach you how to get a girl from fucking Instagram. Yeah, watch, check this. I got you. It's one emoji you gotta use. One emoji you gotta use. You know what that emoji is? Nope, wrong. No eggplant. Gonna get called for rape. Fucking eggplant. I got you. You put, in her comments, you put 2 slices of bacon. 2 slices. And you know what you're gonna say? Bacon? Gotcha, bitch. My name's Fuquan. 6 foot tall. 170 pounds. I like long walks in the park. That shit be working. I'm telling you, niggas. You single? Put 2 slices. She gonna respond. You know what I mean? You might ask for breakfast, and if you're Muslim, turkey bacon, nigga. We get all the women, nigga. Fuck out of here. Oh my God. You know what's one thing that girls wear that I fucking hate? I hate it, I swear to God, ladies. Most girls in here, I don't see it. I fucking hate glitter, man. The fuck out. What? For what? Your face is not Etch-a-Sketch. It's not arts and craft. Like, get the fuck out. You ever hug a girl that wearing glitter? Don't that get wear on you, nigga? Your hands, your neck, your forearms, your balls. Yeah, like, nigga, how we get down there? You gotta take like a skunk bath to get this shit off. fuck out of here. This should be a rule who could wear glitter. If you're not a stripper or a fucking wizard, get your abracadabra ass out of here. Fuck is you doing, man? Fucking on my clothes. Like, I hate glitter so much, I went home and I Googled the shit because I wanted to find out what asshole made this and how he makes it. Actual fact, I Googled this shit and watched the tutorial, so this is all facts, my nigga. All facts. All facts. All facts. Yo, check, I got you. You ain't got to do that with me. I got you, Poppy. I got you. I got you. So I got you. Check it. So I was watching it, right? So this factory, way in like 1978, way out in Wisconsin somewhere, they start making glitter. How they make glitter is this. They take a big-ass fishing net, big-ass net, probably about the size of this room. They fill it with gay people and shake it, and glitter comes down. Oh, you think I'm lying? You think I'm lying? Nigga, I said I live in Hollywood. Nigga, I saw a gay guy trip and blake glitter. I tried to scoop it up and give it to him, but you know, gay niggas be fast. They be fast as fuck. That was cute. That was a cute joke. That was cute. That was cute. Isn't it? Oh my God, he said gay people. You know what's so crazy? The world's so fucking PC. I hate that shit. Like, a nigga can't be a nigga no more, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I can't really be fool. I'm about to be, it's fool now, boo, my nigga. This nigga got the game. Fool, man. It's cool. So, let me be honest. So normally when I say that joke, I ain't gonna lie, I'll be saying faggot. And you know, I know nowadays you can't say faggot because, you know, gay people get all, you know, we can't. The niggas, I know, it's like, you know how this shit be nowadays. Can't say it. And it's like, nigga, I'm black. I can say what the fuck I want, to be honest. Like, who really wants to be a nigga? Oh, fucking. I know. All right, check this out. I need total honesty. All right, if you black, make some noise. Your black people, make some noise. All right, don't get mad, black people. I'm about to take it there. Don't get mad. Just follow me. Just follow Papa. Mad Hatter. Follow me. Follow me. Okay, if you're not black, raise your hand if you ever said the word nigga. Honesty, come on now. Come on. Y'all know you said nigga. Oh, you look. He done said it. You probably said it today. Yeah, what the fuck is this? What's really low. So what you saying on karaoke songs? See? That's that bullshit. You ever said the word nigga? Look. Niggas be scared. So you telling me this. After the show lets out, right? You walk into the car with your whole table, right? I put on my mask and I rob you. You wouldn't be like the nigga that was on stage? The fuck out of here. I know he wouldn't like that nigga that was telling the jokes. It was the only black guy. Yeah, him. And honestly, dog, on like real shit, I don't really get that mad, but it's like, if my people want to fuck you up, I gotta side with my people, you know what I mean? But the real reason, I hate when people get like fake excuses while they say nigga. They go, oh, when I say nigga, ain't like I'm saying with an ER, I'm saying with an A. It's like, touche, motherfucker. Because when I say faggot, I'm not saying with an F, I'm saying with a PH. Now we all can say faggot now. All right, thank you for your time. My name is Fuquan Johnson.
Keep it going for Fuquan Johnson. All right, we're gonna just keep this on moving. Who's ready for their next comic? Say hell yeah. Hell yeah. Woo, woo. All right, y'all hot, bring them out. Welcome welcome to the stage, Mr. DanteChang.
What's up? What's up? You believe that's my name? Huh? Why you keep yelling my name? I know. All right, you can send me a dick pic later? Yeah. Oh, shit. If that's true, you're doing a good job. She's a good one. Hey, I'll give it up for your boy. Give it up for Fuquan one time, right? Fu is my dear friend. I got to tell you a story about him, right? I met Fu at my first show ever that I ever did in my life, right? He was so kind to actually go back to my house and watch my videos to give me tips because he's been doing it longer than I was. And I started playing my video. I was so excited. I was like, this guy's gonna make me a great comedian, right? And I look back, and this motherfucker fell asleep and shit. He was like, oh, my bad, son. Play it again. I played that shit again, and he fell asleep again. This is the crazy thing. I just met this guy, and he's asleep in my house. This guy, right? And then I couldn't wake him up, so I just eventually gave up, went to sleep myself, woke up, and he was gone. I was just surprised. I was surprised that nothing was stolen and shit. Look, I'm not saying black people steal. I'm saying he looks like he steals. I was like, God damn, the pizza's all here. I like Fu's voice. I think it's cool. I think he sounds like if a cigarette could talk. Don't worry, I take his abuse all day. It's pretty equal, you know? Oh, man. Well, Happy New Year. I'm just kidding. You can't keep saying that at this point, right? You look like a crazy person, right? But I've had a crazy week, man. So I lost a friend this week. Look, nobody actually died. The person just don't want to be my friend anymore. You know? But look, I learned something from this situation. I learned that sometimes you just gotta lie to your friends. Because the absolute truth, it just creates distance. Happened to me. Lost a friend. Female friend, she comes up to me. She's like, Dante, I really want to buy this $15,000 Hermes purse. So tell your friends, let them know if any of them would like to have sex with me, I charge $500 an hour. It's like, what? 500? You're serious, isn't it? She was like, well, what do you think I should charge? It's like, I don't know, like $40, you know? And she was mad as hell, man. She was like, fuck you. I was like, all right. $40, you know? Because I can't believe you. You really just offered me $40. It's like, no, bitch, you give me $40. You told me 500. I think I'm worth 40. I think I'm worth at least 40. This guy's like, yeah, I'll do ya. Look, this is why I know I'm worth at least 40, because I got a stalker. That's right. Looks like nobody really believes me, but I'm serious. I got a stalker. But this is the thing. It's a dude. Just a regular, he's like, it's me. God damn, man, come on. I don't need another one. Oh, you got cash? We'll talk later then. $40. You get $40, 40 pumps. We'll talk later. Like, That's just a sneak preview, you know? $40, 40 pumps. only Asian people could do that shit. Look, but so I'll say I got a stalker, right? I seen him the other night, right? He was like this. He was like, bro, it's funny running into here, bro. I was like, yeah, it is pretty funny, especially because we're in front of my house, you know? I go upstairs, he starts texting me. He's like, bro, what happened to us, bro? I was like, you know what happened? I introduced you to a friend of mine, and you stole $10,000 from my friend. But bro, I never stole from you. Look, I realized I can't talk this guy, but then he sends me a crazy text. He goes, bro, we've been friends for 16 weeks. Don't you care? All caps. I respond all lowercase. Nah. Then he sends me another crazy. He goes, bro, I'm coming back to your house right now. And I want you to tell me to my face that you don't care. Look, I don't know what to say to this, right? I just want this guy to leave me alone. A dude stalking another dude to hang out is just weird to me, you know? So I come up with an idea. I screenshot all his messages. And I load it on Facebook. #thirsty. He texts me immediately. He goes, bro, I knew you still cared, bro. I'm like, shit, I don't know what to do about this. It's weird because I see this guy all the time. I see this guy when I go out to eat. And I go out to eat pretty often. That's why my body's shaped like a giant raindrop, you know? But I made a decision recently. I made a decision to only eat at corporate chain restaurants, like Cheesecake Factory. You know why? Because they have immaculate customer service. I was there a few weeks ago. They overcooked my pork chop. I complained about it. You know what happened? I got a new pork chop. I got a free cheesecake. And then I got like 38 apologies. One dude's like, sorry about your pork chop, sir. Start rubbing my back, you know. Gave me a little neck massage, you know. But then I realized, this guy don't even work here, you know. Hold on, man, you just sitting right there, man. You're weird as hell, you know. But I appreciate the great customer service. I do, because a few days after that, I go eat at a Chinese restaurant because I want to support my people, right? My Asian people, right? I'm doing my thing, put a whole bunch of soy sauce on the fried rice, having a good old time, right? Halfway through the meal, I look inside the soy sauce bottle, and I noticed there was a dead roach floating in it the whole time. I complained about it to the Korean lady, and this is all I got. I was like, miss, look at this. She goes, sorry, that's all I got. Sorry. I can't get a shot of green tea, bitch, you know? How about a scoop of rice? That's it. No, that's a deal, no? She got mad at me. It's your fault. You should check the bottle. I don't even know what that means. Let me make sure there isn't a roach in this motherfucking fire. So then I leave and I go to another great American establishment called Hooters. That's right. Yeah, he knows it. He knows. You can tell he knows, you know? But you know what? A story could sound a lot better if you leave certain parts out. The cool thing about this day was the one with the biggest boobs in the entire building sat next to me the whole time. Only thing is, it was my boy, Danny. My boy Danny's got titties for real, you know? Look, it's not nice to make fun of obese people. Danny's not obese. He lost a lot of weight. He just has skinny legs, skinny waist, and big-ass titties, you know? He has the kind of body, say you happen to go to jail, and you find out that's your cellmate. You're like, This ain't gonna be so bad. That's nice over there. That's nice. But I told Danny, it's not the same for you though. Because I told Danny, I said, Danny, you go to jail, you're gonna mess around and get titty fucked. Danny's laying there, dreaming about Cinnabons. Oh, I love Cinnabons. Cinnabons is awesome, man. Push them together, Danny. Push them together. Oh, come on, bro. We just did this. Shut the fuck up and push them together. Oh, come on, bro. Bro, I don't get out for 16 weeks. Oh, man. I shouldn't have cheated on my taxes. Oh. Shut up and push them together, Danny. But this is how you know I'm not even playing with you guys. This is how you know Danny has titties for real. I'm not even joking. One day, Danny calls me up. He says, hey, man, you got to come over. I was on the news. So we go over there. Me and like eight of his buddies, right? We go over there. Sure enough, he was on the news. You see him by the pool. No shirt. Just having a good old time like this. Camera's right over here. But as soon as he turned, they blacked out his chest. He wasn't even surprised. He was like, yeah, it happens. Only to you, Danny. Only to you. So, guys, I was telling you guys, I am Korean. I'm not Chinese. I am Korean. Dead serious. Why would I lie? Why would I lie? Why would I lie? Why would I just make that up? Hey, yeah, I'm Puerto Rican and shit. The fuck? No. Why are you? They fucked up my dry cleaning. Your fucking uncle fucked my shit up. Couldn't get the stain out. Gave him $6. So I am Korean, and look, I learned something interesting about my people recently. I recently learned that my people, the Korean people, were enslaved by the Japanese. But look, I didn't know this, which makes me an awful Korean, Like, sir, what if another brother told you, hey, brother, I didn't know we were slaves. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Well, in my country, that guy is me. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. But check this out. But being the proud Korean that I am, you know what I would have done if I was in that situation back then and the Japanese soldiers came to get me? I would just act like a Japanese. Look, it's not like you can tell, you know what I'm saying? Say two soldiers come to get me, they're like, hey. And I'm like, hey. And look me down, they're like, he look Japanese? There's always a hater, The other guy's like, no, Lieutenant. I don't think so. I think you look Chinese. He does? Hey, what is your name? I'm like, shit. Ryu? Person behind you, what is their name? Ryu. Wait a minute. Both of you named Ryu? You and your wife? This is crazy situation. Because my name Ryu too. It's not a true story. It's not a true story. So, one thing about myself, I grew up in the 90s. Anybody else? Cool. It's few of you. Look, you know what I really miss about the 90s? I feel like pranks were so much better, right? I was watching this video the other day on YouTube, right? This girl, she takes her boyfriend's PlayStation, video games, memory cards, and just throws it in the pool. Boyfriend comes over, she goes, prank? That's not a prank. That's malicious behavior. That's revenge for something he did like 3 years ago, you know? Growing up, me and my friends, we used to do cool pranks, harmless pranks. One thing we used to do, we used to steal for sale signs out of people's yards and then put them in other people's yards. The best ones say open house, you know? Come in anytime, you know? This happens all day long. How you doing? You mind if I come and take a look? For what? What's wrong with you? Who's that guy in your kitchen with it? I'll tell you the craziest prank I've seen in my life, right? Crazy. My boy Mike was the greatest prank dude I've ever known. One day we were hanging out. We were kids. We got a little bored. We went to the store and bought a pack of cigarettes, right? Got the cigarettes, emptied the tobacco, and put firecrackers inside, right? Then we put them all over the sidewalk. Do you know why? Because he had a crackhead neighbor. Look, I don't know if you know this, but crack and cigarettes, they go together like crack and cigarettes. So we put them all over the sidewalk. 20 minutes later, you hear this sound. Bah! It is his neighbor, as we suspected. I look outside the people, face black on one side, hair crazy on one side. Other crazy thing was the cigarette was all busted out, but he was still holding his hand like this. He looked real confused, like someone asked him the square root or something, you know? So he knocks on the door, open it. I'm like, what's up, Smoke? He goes, there's a war going on, shorty. What are you talking about, Smoke? What just happened? See, I just went to the store and bought these cigarettes, right? And then some crazy son of a bitch drove by and shot the cigarette out my hand, girl. That's too bad, Smoke. I'm sorry about that. That's the end of the story. Then I closed the door on him. But the part that got to me was he lied about buying the cigarettes. See, I just went to the store. How did you lie? How did you, that was, how did you, I still don't know how he did that. Oh, I figured something out recently I want to share with you guys, right? You ever been stuck in a conversation you really don't feel like being in? You sitting there zoning out thinking to yourself, how can I get off this goddamn conversation? Would you please shut the fuck up? Look, all you need is 2 words. After you finish saying something, just say this. Oh yeah? And just leave. It confused the hell out of people. Look, other day I ran into my boy. I haven't seen him 10 years. He was with his lady, 8, 9 months pregnant, very beautiful. I was like, hey man, it's really good to see you. So when's the baby due? She looked at me in the face, goes, I'm not pregnant. I was like, oh yeah? Look, I had another day this week. You know when you have good intentions and it just backfires on you? I was at the Jack in the Box by my house, ordered my food, put it up to the window, and the lady I was working the drive-thru would just give me attitude for no reason. I couldn't figure out why she was so mad. I think it's because she looked just like Forrest Whitaker. No, it was weird because she was Chinese, weird as hell, you know? So I told myself, I'm going to say something to lift her spirits. And the sky's the limit because she had a wedding band on. I could say anything in the world. I got her, excuse me, miss, you're a very beautiful lady. And it's too bad you're married because I would have loved to take you out sometime. She dropped what she was doing. She goes, oh, I'm not married. I was like, oh yeah? That's true. All this shit. Cost me $6, man. All right, guys, I'm Dante. Good night.
Keep it going for DanteChang, y'all. Okay, I've come to a conclusion, guys. I will tell you, I've decided. Flat asses are in for 2020. Those are all the ladies with flat asses. It's hard. I don't know. It's hard out here for us. I'm telling you. I was born half black and without half an ass. Like, I don't know. I didn't know you could inherit things that don't exist, but that was my miracle, apparently. I was talking about it the other day, and this girl comes up to me. She's like, all you need to do is like 500 squats a day, and you'll have ass. 4 days. 500 squats a day. Bitch, get the fuck, are you kidding me? The only reason why I look like this is because of the massive amount of drugs I've done. Like, that's it. If I, like, even go to get on the elliptical, that's what they're called, right? Ellipticals, I don't even know. If I even look at it, my heart will just leave. It's like, what? After all that coke, oh, fuck this shit. I don't know. It's not fair. I don't like working out. Who likes working out? You hear all that energy and vigor? I'm cool without it. I'm just like, I can't. I don't like it. Runner's high. I just say runner's bye. I can't do it. I can't. I look like, you know those nature videos where there's like a newborn animal and he has to like hurry up and learn how to walk before he gets eaten? You guys know what I'm talking about? Like, it's like a newborn giraffe and it's like all legs and he's just like, that's me after like one squat. I'm just like, it's not good. I know, you guys have been getting a great view from me all night. I know. I'm just saying, and we like to dance too. I remember back in the day they used to say, ass so big you could fit a cup on it. I'm like, okay, that's big. The other day I heard, ass so big you could park a bus on it. A bus, sir? A bus? A bus? A bus? It looks like I got run over by a bus. God. I don't know. I'm just saying, I want to hear music that has as much enthusiasm as they do for fat ass girls. I want the same amount. I want like, ooh, look at that lower back, upper thigh, lower back, upper thigh. Right? I mean, I'm not even a rap singer. Like, no, you are not. But I don't know. I figured out, I learned how to twerk. Oh, okay. You guys want to see? Okay. All right, hold on. Do we have any music I could twerk to? You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Are y'all ready for some more comedy? Say hell yeah. Coming to the stage is my dear friend. You are gonna love him. Start clapping your hands right now. Make some noise right now for your headliner, Mr. Matt Taylor.
I went to school for music. I have 2 degrees in music, and that was the best impression I could do of a conductor. That is 20 years in the business of music. I always wanted to be a conductor, by the way. I always thought that'd be the coolest shit in the world. I mean, it's like there's no one, you can't do, I don't know what you do for a living, but it's very hard for you to go, Shama! And everyone just, either does or doesn't do it. Like that's like damn near wizard status. That blows my mind. I used to be a musician. I was a trumpet player. Well before I did comedy, I was a professional trumpet player in New York for fucking 8 years. You probably heard myself on some of your recordings. Like it's crazy. I was a studio guy, and that's what I did. Which meant I was like really hungry a lot because there wasn't much work. So I was always like, oh, that's good. But I remember the worst gig I ever did. Like everyone wants to talk about their worst gig. It's usually their first gig. Comics always have like, oh, I did this biker bar, and it was I did this place. No one can top my first gig. It was like the worst gig you could ever do. It's impossible to beat it. I played taps at a funeral. I was 12. I got hired. It was $20. I was like, hell yeah, I'll do it. Hell yeah, I'll do it. And I'm like, that was the worst experience I ever had. That audience was tense. I hated playing. The worst thing about playing is that no matter how well you do, they never clap. They never clap at a funeral. That's never. However, I was young enough there to get away with something I could never get away with today. The widow is there, and I'm 12. Okay, so I'm comically young to be doing this hitting on a woman thing. But I went right afterwards, like, so I hear you're single now. She found it hilarious. It mentioned heartwarming, but I was seriously hitting on her. I thought I had a shot. I figured maybe. It's 12. Oh, I write my jokes on my hands. If you ever see me look at my hands, they're my jokes. It's because when I was younger, I did a lot of drugs. It was fun. Yeah, right? That's the right sound to make. Woo! But you fucked up my memory. So if you ever see me look at my hands, that's what it is. That's all. Sorry. Oh, you can see this, right? I write my jokes on my hands. You see, when I was younger, I did a lot of drugs. Yeah, woo was right. Woo, that's the sound you make when you do drugs. But I have a terrible short-term memory. Please, if you see me look at my hands, that's what I'm doing. Just don't judge me. It's something else. My hand? Oh, I write my jokes on my hands. You see, when I was younger, I did a lot of drugs. Woo! That's the sound that you make when you do drugs. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. Please don't judge me. If you see me look at my hands, this is something I have to do, that's all. Sorry about that. My hand. I write my jokes on this hand, too. Oh, you wanted a different joke? Hold on, let me go to my actor. So you see, I write my jokes on my hands. It's because when I was younger, I did a lot of drugs. Woo, that's the sound you make when you, yeah. Please don't judge me. This is the only joke that I do. I don't have the balls to do any more of that. But in all seriousness, this is the jokes I'm doing right here. Like, I wrote that down. That's a joke right here. You see, I write my jokes on my hands. You see, it was because when I was younger, I just wanted to see if I could get away with one more. And no, I could not. No, I could not. I respect that. But now actually, all this shit's brand new. I was literally came up with this backstage. I finally found the person I'm the most like in Hollywood. I finally found it. I have Kelsey Grammer moments. That's why I just realized. Do you guys remember who Kelsey Grammer is? Kelsey Grammer was that guy who always something bad would happen to him and you would be like, ha ha, because he was such an asshole. That's me. I just found out that's who I am. It's like I always wanted to be Brad Pitt. I'm not. I'm Kelsey Grammer. It fucking kills me. Because I think every guy has this idea of like, all right, I'm that guy. That could be in Ocean's 11. Sure, I'm that. I could never be in that. I could be whatever Kelsey Grammer's in. Because I have shit happen to me and people are like happy. Like, fucking, I had a homeless guy laughing at me, and someone else just started pointing and laughing at me all. So I'm like, you weren't even here for it. They're like, I didn't need to be. Whatever happened was just fucking hilarious. You asshole. I was like, all right, sorry. What happened was I noticed that if you ever make fun of somebody, the good Lord will help give you that experience so you'll experience what it's like to be that person. I was in my neighborhood in Koreatown. I used to live in Koreatown in Los Angeles. Koreatown is a beautiful place to be. It's very nice now. My friend also lived in a much worse part of Koreatown, 10 blocks up in North Koreatown. That was a rough place, man. He could not wait to leave. He was so happy to leave. It's stupid and smart at the same time. I'm a genius, by the way. Worst thing in my life ever happened to me. I am. I'm literally a card-carrying genius. It sucks. It is. It's the worst thing in the world. Because here's something. When I tell you that, I'm a genius. Not one of you is like, ooh, cool. You're all like, really, fuck you, buddy. How about that? How about that? You think you're that much smarter than me? No, I know it. Tests tell me that I'm that much smarter than you. But I'm surprised because no one's ever happy. No one's ever like, ooh, someone to solve our problems. Nothing. And then I realized that must be what it was like for Jesus. I thought about this. Jesus was like, he had all the answers, right? Like he came here from heaven. He had the answers. He must have been pissed off day in and day out. Like I am. Whenever I just try to tell somebody, like, it's just this, here's the answer. And they're like, I don't know, let me go figure it out. Ah, you idiot, just fucking do what I say. I feel like that's probably why they crucified Jesus, because he was like, don't you get it? Don't you get it? The meek will inherit the earth, you idiots. And they're like, we gotta fucking crucify this asshole. It's like, grrr. Kelsey Grammer would be a great Jesus. That's all I'm trying to say. I got hit on by a gay guy recently. It was the most flattering thing that's happened to me and for so long. I missed it. When I was younger, I used to get hit on by dudes, and I wasn't ready for it. I'm from the South, and so I moved to New York. I was doing music, right? And I lived in the gayest neighborhood on earth, which was great, but it was the best thing. I moved in at 4 p.m. on a Sunday. It was nothing but techno music from every fucking building. I was like, fuck yeah. And my dad helped me move in. He just goes, there's a whole lot of fellas in the street. I'm like, yeah, it is a peculiar thing about this part of Manhattan. All right, that's cool. So I used to live in the gayest part of Manhattan, and so I would walk from anywhere to anywhere, and a dude would just fucking hit on me. And it was, in hindsight, the nicest thing that it gave me the confidence I needed during that decade of my life, because I had a lot of professional no's. So, sometimes you need a stranger to tell you how sexy your earlobes are. Like, sometimes it just makes you feel good inside just to know that I have hot earlobes. I know this. A man told me this. I never thought about them before, but I knew afterwards I have sexy earlobes. If any woman ever tries to be like, your earlobes aren't all that, I'd be like, please, these are hot. But I wasn't very comfortable with it because I always thought like they were trying to sleep with me instead of flirting. And I'd be like, yo, I'm straight. All right, thanks, I guess. And then this thing happened. When I turned 30, all gay men on earth decided they would no longer hit on me. Just all of a sudden. And I don't know if you've ever had this happen, but I didn't want originally for gay men to hit on me, but I missed it. I missed it when they stopped. That was like a weird moment to be like, what happened to me? Like, am I fat? Am I old? Something's changed. I got to go to the gym. So then fast forward a decade, and I'm in West Hollywood on Santa Monica and Robertson. If you're ever in that area, men, you should go to the Starbucks. I call it gay Starbucks. It should be called Confidence Starbucks. Because when you walk in there, someone's gonna find something about you sexy immediately. You never think about it. Like, your knees are nice. And you're like, yes. I got hot knees also. I'm just gonna work my way up the body. I also saw, I never got his name, but I met the gayest man in the world, and I love this guy till the day I die. He entered the Starbucks the coolest way I've ever seen a human being enter. He just kicked the door open and was like, all right, everybody, I'll have a tall Americano. And then I want to have some coffee. Wink. I was like, oh, wow. I want to do that. That's how I want to enter a room. I would never have the confidence to do that. I just wouldn't have it. Where were they? I'm smart. Yeah, that's right. I'm beautiful. Everyone here is attractive, by the way. Look around. There's no uggos in here. This is kind of nice. I like that. You ever catch yourself? Some loud, pretty people in the back. Yeah, but see, it's good. That's how pretty people should be. They should be loud, and they should upset. Only ugly people should get upset. Whenever you hear someone go, woo, if you get upset, you're ugly. You're an ugly person. And you're not supposed to understand the language of fun. Woo is a language of fun. I guarantee you, no one's gone, woo, you're fired, ever. It's never happened like that. It's always been a good time. Which is also why I don't understand how ambulances, don't you think they should sound like the most fun vehicles ever? Just like, woo, woo, woo. That should be like on its way to a party somewhere. I always feel like, get out of my way, I got a party. Woo, woo, woo. Why are we wasting it on our sick and our dying? Come on. Maybe there should be like a party ambulance. The party bus. There probably is, isn't there? There probably exists. Just woo, woo. I can't wait for self-driving cars, man. Holy shit. Fucking, I'll be holding a bottle of alcohol in one hand, just looking for police. Like, oh, look at this. Are you drinking and driving? Hell yeah, I am. Fucking Knight Riders got it from me. That's how we're getting. We're gonna have a bunch of Knight Riders in the future. That's gonna be awesome. You know who I feel bad for right now with all this technology? Old people. Sorry, if you're old. Dude, isn't it weird how old people they struggle so much with technology? And the ironic part is that they are the ones who want that technology the most. Like, they remember life before it. To me, that's the most ironic thing about life, is that the people who would most benefit the most, who most recognize the value of the change, are the ones least adept at actually using it. Every little kid's like never heard of like a VHS player, right? Like, they just take for granted computers, and yet the old people are just like, oh, what are you doing with that computer? Oh, I'm copying shit, taking pictures. Look, I edited. Look, I just lost 30 pounds using Photoshop. Whoop, whoop. They're like, oh, I want to do that. I'm like, yeah, you're never going to be able to, though. Never. It's never going to happen. You're too old. Your brain elasticity is gone. You're losing things like memories, aren't you? That's what I like to do. Make old people feel uncomfortable. I like pretty people. Pretty people are nice, right? Pretty people. If you had a choice to choose between ugly people and pretty people, you'd choose pretty people, right? Every time, right? Like every time. But that's the thing you can't really say. Like, I like pretty people. Fuck ugly people. How about that? Fuck you, ugly people. I don't know. But then it's like, because no one here's ugly, though. That's the good thing, right? So I can't believe any of you would be like, hey, what about those ugly people? No. Ugly people have ugly people thoughts. Things like, there's only one person in the world for you. You ever heard that bullshit? They try to tell the children, there's only one right person in the world for you. No, there's not. There's a ton. I'm attractive. Attractive people, we meet the love of our lives every 2 to 3 years. Like, we got options. We're not like, we can say no to somebody. Look, there's only one person in the world. You're ugly. You're an ugly person. Just accept it. That's ugly people put a lot of weird morality on us that's stupid, that has been to no one's benefit except those ugly people. So I'll give you an example. If you've heard this piece of advice from people who meant well, but it's the worst advice a woman has ever received, and it's, you should wait. You should wait to get to know him before you sleep with him. There's an appropriate amount of time you should wait, because if you do it too soon, he won't have any respect for you, which is bizarre, because what guy's been like, she slept with me, so what did you have to that? Oh, I was like, oh, I'm through with you. I can't believe you did that. No, I slept with her again. It was great. How could you sleep with me? Like, what kind of low self-esteem bullshit is that? But here's the thing, and here's why it's wrong. Until you sleep with the guy, you're not meeting the guy. You're meeting the lie. You're meeting all the things he thinks you need him to be, so you'll sleep with him. That's what he's doing. Because to men's, now if I'm wrong, please correct me. But I believe that women and men have a very fundamental, different aspect of approach to sex, and I think it can be simply boiled down to men look at sex like an explorer and like a mountain. You know, they're like, I see the mountain. I want to be on top of the mountain. I will do whatever it takes to climb that mountain, and when I'm there, I will plant my flag, so all shall know that this mountain is mine. Oh, thank you. It's orange juice. I don't know why it's so fuzzy, though. It's so delightful. Or apple juice. That's what I meant to say. It's orange juice. I'm sorry. I'm just hallucinating. Someone's like, oh, yeah. I like to hallucinate. Isn't that, you know what's funny to me? It's like weed is now like a healthy, good thing that serious people talk seriously about. Isn't that funny to anybody else? Like when I was growing up 10 years ago as a child, I am 21. By the way, men, this is a serious thing. This is a serious thing. If any woman ever asks you her age, there's only one correct year to say ever, and it's 21. That's it. It doesn't matter what year she is. She could be 85. How old am I? 21, right? No. She could be 12. How old am I? 21, right? Oh. Never say any other age. Any other age is like, oh, really? I'm old? You don't think I look mature? It's like, I'm sorry. I just thought you wanted an honest answer. Don't ever give anyone an honest answer, by the way. Women or men. If anyone asks you, hey, could you give me an honest answer? What they're saying is, lie to me, please. Please, sweet Jesus, I need you to lie to me. Listen to the tone of my voice and not the words. So be honest about this thing. Do I look, please say. Don't ever tell somebody they don't look anything but beautiful. See, yeah, you look good. See? But then again, why would you ever? Why would there ever be a time like, do I look good? No, you look disgusting. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, that was the right thing to say. That worked. I like that. You ever thought about that? There's no right time. At most, you could say something like, you look a little ill, I guess. Like you're trying to pretend like you care about their well-being, but really you're just, yeah, you look. That is an interesting thing. We put a moral value on beauty. We do. A lot of people, that's like creepy. Ever heard a woman say a man's creepy? Yeah, that doesn't mean he's creepy. That means he's unattractive to her. That's all that word ever means. It's only used in that context. No woman has ever said creepy for a good-looking man, ever. It is a way of putting a moral quotient on a character. I'm not shallow. He is morally wrong. There's nothing wrong with that, I think. I like that. I like that. Have standards. That's the other thing I hate. Here's another ugly, unconditional love. You ever heard that bullcrap? Unconditional love. I want someone who will love me unconditionally. No. I have value and standards. I'm not going to just... Like, what does that mean? Hold me to no standards at all. I can do whatever I do, and you just take me back over and over again. No. Why would I do that? And that's what I think also about God, is that God needs to get his confidence up, all right? Because I'm a Catholic, and our main tenet is, as long as you say you're sorry, God will accept it. I'm like, God, you need to fucking have some pride, man. You can just... That's some abused bull, shit. Like, they're like, oh, he said he was sorry. No, you gotta fucking... hold yourself to some standards. Send them to hell. That's what I'm saying. I'm very religious, by the way. You know, people say they're spiritual but not religious. I'm the opposite. I'm religious, but I'm not spiritual. Like I like the rules of religion more than even the God aspect. I just like the idea that there are rules, and if you break them, you go to hell. I like that. It's like a level of difficulty to my religion. Like, you could fuck up. Otherwise, it's just too easy. It's like an easy mode. I like how people are like, I don't know how to feel about that. So by the way, it's this guy, the gay dude hits on me, right? And he said the most romantic thing I've ever heard. Like, he said it, and I was like, like two, but still, I'm on the fence still. But at that moment, I was like, yes, I will. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And he was like, hey, he jumped out of the bushes. Which, by the way, I don't know why women make that sound like it's always a bad thing, because I was flattered. He was like, la-da, and I was like, I know he likes me. I felt like I had the upper hand and everything. I was excited. I've been waiting 10 years for this moment. I was ready. It was like, hey, do you want a blowjob? $20. And I was like, what? Are you trying to sell me sex? No. I'm straight, but still, that's insulting. I'm not going to buy it. I can get it for free. And he looked at me and goes, oh my God, no, that's not what I meant. I meant I want to blow you, and then I want to pay you $20. I was like, yes. That's why I moved to LA in the first place. It was exactly that moment. I just didn't specify the gender when I thought that fantasy up. I just assumed it would be a woman, but no. So I'm like, yes. And he was like, oh, okay, hold on, man. Like, I was too thirsty for him, something else. We ended up going on a date. I said no. I really did. I said no. I told him I was flattered. I told him it had been like, a good decade since a man had hit on me. And he was like, well, you want to go on a date? And I was like, I have a girlfriend, but fuck it. Yes, I do. Let's fucking do this. And it was the best date I've ever been on in my entire life. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord, I would do great if I were gay. I would kill. He found everything I said funny. He paid for everything I ate, everything I drank. At the end of the night, I didn't fuck him. I felt like what a beautiful woman must feel like every day of her life. I was just like, wow. Oh, yeah, I know. It felt like people were applauding. It was amazing. I was like, do you like my ass? You can't have any of it. It was fucking great. I enjoyed every second of it. I was like, let's do this again. It was fun. There was an earthquake in Mexico recently. I don't know if you're aware of this. If you're white, you probably aren't. If you're Mexican, maybe. There was an earthquake in Mexico, and it was a big one, too. It affects all of us. Because I was listening to the news, and a seismologist came on the news and said that after that earthquake, the crust of the earth in that country actually shifted 5 feet north. And when I heard that, I was like, holy shit. Mexico itself is illegally trying to cross Our border. Did that terrify anyone else? Am I the only one who's concerned that the entire country of Mexico is creeping across? It's still Mexico. Sneaky. I had a friend tell me an illegal immigrant stole my job. And he didn't say it ironically or like, ha, 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 wouldn't that be crazy? No, nothing like that. He said it was seriously. He's like, an illegal immigrant stole my job. And I was like, I am sure you are wrong. I'm positive. I wouldn't even entertain it. He's like, why? Like, because one, no one has ever stolen a job. That's not what people steal. I mean, they steal money. You steal possessions. You don't rob somebody and jack them for their employment. You know, like, the fuck do you do, motherfucker? I'm an accountant. Not anymore. Never. Have you ever been at your work and been like, let's go check on Steve at Steve's cubicle, and you go to Steve's cubicle and it's like, tick, 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 tick. ¿Qué pasa? Tick, 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 tick. Oh, I see you've met Esteban. What? No, it's a made-up thing. It turns out that when he was in jail for this 3-day meth bender that he was on, oh, did I forget to mention that little trivia bit? I was at the tail end of it, which, by the way, if any of you have ever done 3 days worth of meth and been in a paranoid psychosis, call me. I know how to deal with you. Like I'm like you know, like a horse whisperer. You know, like can like whisper things and then the horse like gets quiet and calm. Apparently, I have that ability with like paranoid schizophrenic people. Like I could talk down psychos. And my buddy is still hopefully a psychopath. Like just a 300-pound shaved bald head Southern psychopath. And like just to kind of exactly whatever you're imagining in your head, but scarier and louder. And he drove 3 days across the fucking country, you know, paranoid, messed out, speed freak blitz to get to my fucking apartment. Because he wanted to make it in Hollywood and thought I could help, which I could, and I was totally willing to do. But I'm gonna give you a little secret. Not the best way to start an interview or an audition is to kick the dude's fucking door open like in his home. Like that's, you in on it? That's what he said. That's how he said hello to me. You in on it? I was like, yes. Yes, I am. Because I figured, why not, right? You know, if he's gonna kill him, he's gonna kill me. He should respect me, though. I have an employment in this fantasy of yours. And he wanted to know, and here's what happened. He had been convinced for the last 24 hours that he was being followed by a camera crew and that they were taping him secretly for a reality show, and he wanted me to get them in touch with the producers because they weren't paying him anything. In a weird way, it makes sense, right? Like, I was like, all right, yeah, I can see that. I can totally see that. I can make some calls, I guess. But I didn't want to like say, no, you're crazy. So here's actually what I did. What I actually did, I was like, absolutely, I believe you are being followed by camera crews. I totally do. And he was like, what? Like, I want you to point them out for me. And he was excited. You know, he ran because you don't go 3 days on meth and then you don't walk after that. You run everywhere. And come on, let's go find them. Like we ran out to the street and he couldn't find any of them, which was frustrating him to no end, because he thought I was judging him. He was like, oh, you do it. And I was like, hold on. I totally believe that they're there. I can see that we're missing them. How many camera crews have been following you? And he would point out 3 groups of cameras. It's like 3 teams. I was like, all right, it's two-man crews, right? He's like, yeah, so that'd be a total of 6 guys. How long have they been following you? And he's like, oh, like 48 hours now? It's like 48, so that's like 3 shifts, 8 hours. That's double, triple, quadruple. That's a lot of overtime, right? And he literally was like, that's too expensive. That wouldn't work. Oh my God, Matt, what's wrong with me? I was like, I have the gift. I talked to Psych about it. So anyway, because he was on the West Coast, you know, he lost his job that he had in installing security systems in people's homes, because you could see how that kind of personality type doesn't work so well with, hey, come on into my home. Why don't you be the one to install the thing that keeps my family safe? So he apparently got fired, and then they told him that they gave the job to someone else, and he was so furious. And I was like, hold on, man. Fine. Whatever, I'll give you that one, sure. But why not just look at it the other way, which is like, that is some dude's really insanely cool backstory. Because you had a job on Friday, and he was in Mexico. And he was like, fuck it, I'll learn a whole bunch of new words. And just started running north, and he like fucking hopped the border, swam up a river, and by a miracle found the building where you worked. By a second miracle, hit the button for human resources and applied for your job with no birth certificate, social security number, driver's license, ID of any kind, and they gave him your job. Dude, that motherfucker must be amazing at your job. Oh my God, I would hire him. He's like, no, he's not. I was like, all right. I didn't even know what he did for a living. I was like, what do you even do? And he's like, I sell oranges on the side of a highway. And I was like, oh, you may have lost your job to a legal immigrant. I find that one hilarious beyond no words. By the way, how are you guys feeling? Are you guys good? You good? Good. I like to see smiling, happy people. Who cares? You know, we're not going to hang out as a group. Wouldn't that be kind of crazy if y'all were like one big-ass group of friends? That'd be kind of... I think we should do that. You should get a group of like 70 people together. Because you know how much free shit you could get anywhere? You could just be like, my friends like to come to your bar. How much? 70 of us. Boom. Like, it's the only time it's better to be bigger. Everything else, you know, people want... Anyway, it's funny for me. You know I got my sense of humor from? My mom. My mom's got a vicious sense of humor. That's not the right word. Mean. A mean sense of humor. That's the right word. That's the word I'm looking for. My mother is a wonderful person, but like she was the kind of person, is the kind of person... Don't say it like that. Is the kind of person who would take something you say and then hold it against you. Like, she should be called the Miranda warning. Because anything you said around my mother could and would be used against you, and maybe in a court of law sometimes. Like, it's like that kind of thing. So my mom and my dad divorced. Does anyone else here have parents who've divorced? That's the right sound for parents. Anyone else's parents then get back together again, remarry, then re-divorce again? That is the wrong sound to be making. That was my mom and my dad. My mom and my dad, they fought every day that they were alive. My dad had been dad for a few years. They fought every day for the 40 years that I knew them, every day. Every single day, over shit I wasn't even alive for. But my mom has good reason. When I was -1, this is 1978, my father used to have a house in Martha's Vineyard next door to James Taylor and Carly Simon. They had the house. I saw it me a few years put. And my last name's Taylor. So my dad's last name is Taylor. Living next door to James Taylor, he would get James Taylor's mail a lot of times. So he would go over there, my mom would be with him. So my mom and my dad knew James Taylor and Carly Simon, and that was cool for my mom because my mom came from a very, 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 very small town in the middle of absolutely nowhere. So it's meaningful, right? So then my dad, who used to have a bunch of money, oh, by the way, side note, I used to be a wealthy white person, so if you don't like me anymore, that's fine. But I lose all my money in the joke, so don't worry, I'm going to lose it all in like a few minutes. Millions to zip. So my dad got an idea, and he decided that he was going to invest in a car dealership. And that year, there were two trends in automobiles that were just coming out. There were minivans and dune buggies. And my father invested every last cent that he had and then mortgaged his house to start up David Taylor's Dune Buggies. And he went out of business a week later, maybe, something like that. Something insanely like, because who the fuck is ever going to buy a dune buggy? Like, no one. There's no one. Does anyone here bought a dune buggy? No. No one here has bought a dune buggy. So he lost all the money. My mom didn't leave him. She divorced him, but they didn't leave. So they were divorced, got back together. But when they got back together, my dad could never win another argument with her for the rest of his life. Because no matter what, my mom would just look at him and go, dune buggies, David. Dune buggies, David. And my dad would just be like, all right. It always came down to money. Like, we lived, in Orlando, Florida, there's two roads that go through town. One is free, the I-4, very long, very, very long trip. Then there's the East-West Expressway, very quick and direct, costs $0.25. 5 minutes versus 45 minutes. That much time difference. Every time we're trying to cross town, my father would say, we should take the East-West Expressway. And my mom would go, no, David, dune buggies. Be like, well, but Marlene, though, we'll say just the savings in gas alone. Yes, David, I'm sure that's a good point you make, but what's another point? Dune buggies, David. So he never took the East-West Expressway, ever did. In the fucking 40 years that he was alive that I knew him. Never did. Then he died. The end. So then, fast forward a few years, my mom calls me crying. She said, Matthew, I took the East-West Expressway today. I was like, what, Mom? She's like, I wanted to honor your father. I know, right? Who says that? I was like, I didn't honor your father. By the way, he went from being that asshole who lost our money to that angel. So she calls me crying. She's like, I took the East-West Expressway. And she was like, I always wanted to tell him some things in life. And, he always wanted me to take this road, and I never let him. And I always thought that it was a waste. And he never argued with me. He was an angel. So I took it today, and I wish he were alive. I was like, why, Mom? It's because I wanted to tell him he was wrong, Matthew. He was wrong about that, and dune buggies. I was like, I miss Dad too. All right. Here's a good story about my dad. This is my dad's story. My dad loved Christmas. Loved Christmas. Like, you just wouldn't believe. So we decorated our house every year, and it looked garish. Like, ever seen National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? Yeah, that kind of house. We were a tour stop. So growing up, I was embarrassed. All the time. It's because we were a tour stop. I don't know if that's weird, but if people take pictures of your home, it's kind of embarrassing. Wave to the people, Matthew. I don't want to do that. That's what I had to do. So I left home at 18. I was like, fuck you guys. I'm not coming back till I make it. Then I turned like 30-something, and I was like, I should just go home. Let's just go home. They're getting old. I should go home. And the craziest thing was the thing I was looking forward to the most going home that Christmas was those stupid-ass Christmas lights. And I remember as a child that we had this really great-natured competition between our next-door neighbor, the Orzondos, and our family. But I was wrong. As a kid, I thought it was a nice competition, but really it was two men decorating at each other who hated each other every Christmas. And they had a rule, and you couldn't outspend the other family. And then the year my dad died, actually, that Christmas, the neighbors cheated. Like, at the fucking end of the game, they cheated. And they spent a lot of money. I don't know how they did this, but they found on Christmas Eve a life-size bronze statue of Rudolph. The red-nosed reindeer, they put it around the front lawn like a challenge and an insult. And till the day I die, I don't know how the fuck he did this, but we all woke up to, on Christmas morning, on our front lawn, a 1-inch taller, life-size bronze statue of a hunter pointing a rifle right at Rudolph, and we're like, Dad. He's like, Costco. It's like, oh, it makes sense. Makes sense. Just trying to think whether I'll end with a thing on drugs. No, I won't. I don't want to do that at all, actually. I know what I want to do. I want to add a little value to you guys' lives. Well, men's lives. I think I've discovered something about women that is so good, I'm actually willing to share it at the end and alienate all the women, because I really think I found something here. So this is worth listening to. I know how women catch our lies. I figured it out, and I'm right. Now, I'm sure this doesn't apply to any man in here, but hey, guys, have any of you cared enough about a woman to really prepare a good lie for her? One where you get the facts right, the backup facts right, you get your friends involved so that they can corroborate, because you respect her, and you love her, and you don't want her to have to experience the pain that you know she'll end up feeling, so you shift reality itself to protect her like a wizard. Yeah, right, everyone's here like, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. So anyway, by the way, you should lie to women. I do think it is a very important thing to do. I am serious about this. I am not wrong. Think about the best relationships you've ever been in that didn't work out, the good ones. Think about it right now. The first month I can describe perfectly for you. She was into everything you were into. She wanted to know all your hopes, all your dreams. She wanted to know the things you cared about, even the minutia. And you were like, yeah, she really is into me. No, she's not. She's just calibrating. She's going tick, 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 tick. Ah, that's how he sounds. That's how he sounds when he's happy. They like to learn it. Then they'll go a little bit further. They'll hear this. Hey, babe, what's wrong? Babe, tell me what's wrong. You okay? You seem upset. What's wrong? Are you hungry, babe? What's wrong? And you're like, oh, you start telling all this shit. And she's like, yeah. Tick, 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 click. Solved. Until a woman figures out all the ways that you sound, she's going to not look at anything else. But when she figures you out, then she's got time to look at your apartment and go, oh, your shit's kind of messy. Oh, you're kind of sloppy. You need to change some things about yourself. And you're like, what? Because as all old people know, but all young people don't know, men marry women hoping they'll never change, and a woman marries a man planning on changing him. It's like the most true statement on this earth. And so the second that she's figured you out, now she wants to change you, you're like, you're not the same person that I met. Where's that girl who was interested in baseball cards and Dungeons and Dragons? Where did that girl go? It's like back to the fictitious world she never existed in. That's where she went. But the side effect, by the way, of all of that is that then she knows how you sound better than you do. And when men tell lies, they lie temporally and factually. Men will lie about where they were, what they did, with whom they did it with, and at what time. But they never think about, how do I sound when I'm honestly running late from a restaurant? How do I sound when I got a flat tire and could not call? Because they know, women will know. But if you wait to lie to her, that's all right. So where was I? So here's how you can lie to women. Now, I have to give one note. It's not going to work with anyone who you're with now currently. So if you're with a woman now currently, you're going to have to leave her because she'll see right through your bullshit. But the next one who doesn't know you yet, that one you've got a chance with. And what you got to do is lie to her from the second you meet her until the day the two of you die. Like, about everything. Just, I was on the moon with Bono. Why? What's up? Just real crazy shit. She'll be like, tick, 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 I don't get it. Perfect. That's no good luck with that one. No way. I've never met a woman who you're like, where were you? I don't want to talk about it. Okay. Lies will come into the picture. Could you imagine someone being truthful? You guys couldn't be truthful. We're going to be like, where was I last night? I got laid. High five. See, they won't be happy for you. I do all of this just to alienate people, to bring them back around for the last part. Don't worry. Women, I know how he breaks your heart. It's because you waited to sleep with him. I'm not kidding. It's because of the lie that you did. You know why? It's because until you did it, I know, I heard it. I know where I'm going. So I've heard this part before. I know. By the way, you know I write my jokes in my hands? I thought about this. You got to sleep with him immediately. Like the first date at the latest. Like right when you meet him, like when he gets off stage, you got to fuck the guy. Just grab him by the dick and just do something. I'm still waiting for this to work. It has yet to work. Never, not once. Oh, but take initiative. That's what I think. Trying to put it all together into one cohesive thought. I'm going to fail miserably unless I have something on one of these hands, or maybe my ankles. No, I'm not going to do that. Someone told me I look like Ellen DeGeneres. I was like, I'm a dude. Have you ever had that? You ever heard this? That's a weird thing to say, right? Well, yeah. That's it. Getting older, right? It's older people. Have you noticed this? As everyone gets older, we get more and more closed-minded to what our children think. Have you noticed that? Like, we're so open-minded right now. Think of it. And our parents they're such hypocrites, and our fucking grandparents, oh God, they're racist thoughts, and their great-grandparents are evil. We always think we're nicer and more open-minded, but fucking your kids are going to think you're the fucking biggest bigot in the world. Your fucking grandkids are going to be like, oh God, Grandpa, what are you talking about? You're not allowed to refer to people plural anymore. You got to just use individual names. Like back in my day. It's going to be great. Did I mention I very much? Oh, yeah, sorry. I want to. All right, I'll know it. End with this. It's my favorite thing. I had fun up here, by the way. I really have. But here's the thing. I smoked weed earlier, right? And for Guandu fan, right? Has anyone else noticed that, like, marijuana is nice that it's around. It's nice that it's legal, yes. But it's not as good as people are trying to make us believe it is. Like, it's not that healthy of a thing. Like, every fucking pothead's like, dude, marijuana is the best fucking growthy thing on earth. It's a superfruit. Did you know there's nothing better for you? This has nutrients and chemicals in it that make you taller. They make dead people alive. It's magical. CBD is it's actually one of the ingredients in heaven. I don't know if you're aware of this, but they found scientifically proven it. And then, like, the people who I remember as being the dumbest people I ever knew in my life are now scientists. I've been growing this indica-dominant hybrid strain with a nitrogen percentage base of 25 and a pH balance of, like, what? If you would have just done that in high school, dude, you'd be a doctor by now. Like, what the? It's like, I do drugs to not think about math. Why are you bringing this together? But it's not as good. Do you know what the worst is? I smoke cigarettes, too. And you know who the biggest hypocrites on the planet are? Pot smokers who don't smoke cigarettes. Like, they are worse than non-smokers. Like, they're the worst human beings. Because, like, they'll be like, oh, how could you smoke a cigarette? What the fuck? It's bad for you. You should smoke more marijuana instead. It's a plant. It grows from the ground. Like, so is tobacco. Tobacco's a plant. It's from the ground. Like, it didn't just fall to Earth from fucking Pluto. It's not going to ever cause anything bad for you. We don't know that yet. We know, but here's a little secret. It's going to cause cancer. Because here's a little secret. Anything you set on fire and anything whose fire the smoke you inhale into your lungs will kill you after 20 years. You could smoke the fucking Bible. The word of the Lord is cancer. That's what's going to happen. There's just been no long-term studies yet to prove it, but trust me. And I can hear you, maybe pot cancer's not that bad. It's not aggressive. Maybe it's the laziest tumor. It's bad, though. Now, but it's healthy, though, now, right? I just had someone try to upsell me mushrooms. Like, that's the new thing. Like, that guy's like, dude, I microdose. I'm like, what's that? It's like, I take a little amount of it, and I make it last over a long period of time. I was like, oh, yeah, I used to do drugs like that. Yeah, it's no good. He's like, no, I'm doing it on purpose. It's so healthy. And then twice a month, I macrodose. I'm like, macrodose? He's like, yeah, I took a whole shitload of them. It's fucking great. And I'm like, but he's like trying to say it's healthier. I bet the people who are doing peyote must be like, dude, if you love mushrooms, you're going to fucking love peyote, bro. It's going to be fucking... Ayahuasca's like one door down going, dude, it's going to change your fucking life. It's like, who knew? And then the tobacco's the worst one, you know? Booze is even... Do you drink alcohol? Oh, I do not. I do like church, though, for that reason, because Jesus, I like any God that turns something into something else that's alcohol-based. I really think that's a good look. That's a fun thing. Like, I like that Jesus. Party Jesus I like. Like, he's going to turn shit into more fun shit. I think that's cool as hell. No other religion has that. I'm not going to mention other religions because of, deaths that occur when you ever say anything, but no other religion has that. Like, no one else has, like, their own party dude. And then they made, but here's only my own complaint. If you're Catholic in here, does anyone else here go like, why was Jesus, why did he never get laid? Isn't that a weird moment? I mean, think about it. Like, he had a great body. I mean, that's a lot. That's a big part of it, and he looked good. And he hung out with a hooker. That's a side note, weird thing to know, by the way, about Jesus. Is like, oh yeah, by the way, his best friend was a female hooker. Like, why is that fact in the Bible? How did that one make the cut? Like, wasn't there anything else we could know about him? Like, maybe he liked to paint in his free time? No, he hung out with a hooker. Like, are you saying that Jesus paid for sex? No, we're just implying it. Like, oh my God. But then again, maybe he's God. Maybe he knew something. He's hung out with 12 dudes and didn't get married. Maybe that's like the way you're supposed to be. Like, maybe that's it. Just hanging out with your boys and banging hookers, right? I don't know for a fact, but I think that's the message I'm going to take from the Bible. I may have read it wrong. I don't know. Guys, I had so much fun. I hope you did too. Have a good night, everybody. Good night.
Keep it going for MattTaylor, y'all. Did y'all have a good time? Will you do me a favor and tell everybody how much fun you had? Will you just scream really, really loud for me in just a second when my phone stops being an asshole and lets me take a picture? Hold on, let me turn around. Okay, I'm special. All right, let's start here and then just start screaming. Thank you so much. Follow me on Instagram, AndreaJoseph. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Invitation only.